Okay, I'm back again, and I would like to show you how to create mechanical drawing, the correct way of doing the layout. We call it blueprint, from a give solid models that we have created in a previous video. We're going to create a 2D drawing or mechanical drawing and 2D layout so we can give dimensions or a specification to the views or to graphics or multi-view projection. Okay, so this is chapter 6, exercise 1, solid models. So make sure that you have the solid models is loaded, so you have completed it, and now you wanted to create a drawing. So you go to new, and then you click on the drawing tab, and then you say chapter 6, um, exercise 1, and it will recognize that you're going to create a drawing because you're just telling the software that I wanted to create a drawing. Okay, here we go to empty with format, browse. Okay, browse, and then you pick a paper, and then we say okay. All right, so it takes us to a 8.5 by 11 size of paper, and we're going to bring the front view. Okay, we're going to place the front view there, and okay, and then that is our front view, and then right click and use the projection view so we can have a top view. So at this point also we're going to go to general and place the isometric solid model on upper right hand corner. Okay, so look at that. So we double click on here, we go to view display. Always use hidden, okay, because we want to show the hidden features. Hidden and tangent edges display none. Okay, then you say okay, so you can see that this is our orthographics projection 2D, and this is the top view. Okay, and let's just let's see. Okay, you double click on this top view and view display, hidden, tangent edges none, and okay. All right, so we have the two. If you wanted to unlock the view movement, select the front view, right click, and you see the menu here. It says lock view movement, unlock it. See it? This is unlock. These two views must have the same relationship. They should have a fixed relationship. When I say same relationship, that means they should have a fixed. If I move this, the front view, the top view will walk with it. Okay, it just moves with it, and then the top view only moves up and down. Okay, only up and down. It doesn't go to the right or left because it's fixed to this one. Okay, fixed. All right, so next, it's a good idea to do this. We're gonna bring the center line. Okay, center line. So we're gonna go to annotate, show model annotation. Click on this symbol here, for right symbol, show the model datum, and then I'm gonna click on the box. You can see that if you have not created the center line for this channel, you have to go and create the center line so it will appear on here on the orthographics. Okay, say I'm happy, so you just accept, do the same thing in here, and then you say we really don't need this center line here. Okay, we don't need it. We're gonna just remove. I mean, you can just keep them there. Okay, no problem. No problem. We're gonna keep it there, and okay. All right, so anyway, because of this rounded piece. Okay, rounded piece. Next, we're going to dimension this. Let's see what I wanted to do. Should I dimension the top maybe using the manual dimensioning? Oh, that's too much. See, that is overwhelming. Okay, we're gonna go cancel. So if I click on maybe somewhere here and say show, oh, that's a little bit too much. Okay, I'm going to show you manual dimension. Okay, dimension. Say I wanted to dimension this fillet radius, so you bring it up, and then you say that's R10, and it's 4 times. It says 4 times. If you wanted to say 4 corner, you double click on here, and then you go to display and just put before at D, you put 4 times, or typical 4 times the radius of 10. Okay, that means typical, so you don't need to dimension every fillet, okay, on each corner, so you don't need to do that. Next, we're going to go back and dimension annotate. We go to dimension this slot here, it's 20. Okay, that's 20. Then we're going to go from here, control, hold the control down, and we're going to have a dimension here is also, let me just remove that. So this is also 10. Okay, 20. And if you see the blue line going over, let me just get out of here and delete this, if I see that. So if I go to here and then you wanted to this extension line shouldn't cover the object line, so you pull it out, there should be a gap between the object line and the extension line. This blue line is extension line. Okay, so then we have a dimension, the total dimension is 154, so I go from this line control to this line here, we say that's 154. Okay, 154, wonderful. And then we have this dimension from here, control to there, and that should be 36. And the next one is 72 from here, control, and that's 72. Okay, all right, so 72. And then from the, oh, it didn't show the holes. Okay, so somebody forgot to create the holes in here. So this is no problem, it happened in a design. But let me just go back and toggle back and forth, go back to here. It's not that difficult. We're gonna say Control R, Control A, I'm sorry, Control A to activate this. So I'm gonna go to models, and then go extrude, placement, define, and there's a, I'm gonna click on that surface, sketch view. All right, so it's not that bad. Okay, we can always, it always happen. So we're gonna just go to no hidden, so we know that there are two holes. One is in here, correct? There's a hole, that circle needs to be drilled somewhere there. Okay, but we can just use the dimension to control it, correct? So it's a 36. So we go from, but we need to have a symmetric. So what I will do is I'm going to put a project in here and make this as let me see, project. It did not like that. I'm going to go project again on this on here. Let's see if I can draw the center line to the center of this. Okay, great. Now I'm going to say symmetric, center of this one and the axis. So now I can dimension between this center line and this center line should be 36. Okay, 36. Enter. And then the diameter of the hole is 12. Okay, wonderful. 12. Excellent. 12. And then the distance from the center to the base is 18. Okay, so the distance from the center to the base should be 18. And then symmetric, we have to sacrifice something here. Symmetric, delete, and it let me do the 18 now. Okay, so what else do I need? The other side. So if I go and dimension from here to there, that should be 18 also. So it's symmetrical. Okay, we don't need to worry about that. Maybe if I go 59, if I go from the center to here and these two holes are equal, it's supposed to be 59, then it's perfect. We know the exact location. Okay, so exit the sketcher, no, and I know what the problem is. We have to turn the plane back on, and then I'm going to go check. It says none, so oh, I see. No, we always forget this temporary line. Okay, we need to trim that. That's the problem, that when we use that temporary line, it doesn't let us. Okay, continue. So shading, So we created the two holes, and we're gonna reverse it, and we cut through the materials all the way through, and now we say check. So let's save it. So it's saved. Now it's there. Okay, so if we go back to the drawing, you see that it's gonna show the two holes. So let's turn off all the display, and then we need to put the center line again here. So we have the center line for this hole. Okay, 1, 2, apply. Okay, so we have the center line. And what else do we want? We want to dimension this, correct? That was the hole. That's how we find out that the dimension from this axis to here should be control, and that should be 50, 59. And the distance from here to here should be 18. Sorry that there's no place to put this in there, so we're going to just leave it there for time being. And the distance is 36, and the diameter of the hole, there's the two places. Let's see if I can double click on here. Double click means diameter. Okay, double click, and it's a little bit crowded here, so let me see if I can make I can move them a little bit so that we have a space to do some work in here. And then if the arrow is in, see it, arrow in, right click, say flip arrows. Okay, flip arrows, and this is the dimension for the 2 times. Okay, if I want to go 2 times, so I'm going to double click on here, go to display, and then here before at, you say 2 times, a little bit of a space, and then you say okay, so 2 times. Maybe we need to okay, so that's where this, maybe we can go to this side. Okay, all right, so and that's all, and I think we're done with the dimensioning here. I think I gave all the dimension, and then this is diameter of, oh, there's a, okay, the thickness of the rib. Okay, we need to give the thickness of the rib, it should be 10. Okay, 10. Now let me just get rid of all the zeros so that it's easier to see it. So I'm gonna highlight. Is there any more? That's it. Okay, so if I move this around a little bit and then just go and highlight entire dimension and then format decimal, I'm gonna type 0, so it's gonna get rid of all the decimal. Okay, so maybe it looks a little bit better. So that's 59. If you want to make the, okay, this is the common question there. How do we go about to change the size of the font? So we just highlight it, then we go to File, we go to Prepare, Drawing Properties, and then we go to Detail Options, we go to Change, and then this is the programming. See it? It's a little bit overwhelming, but don't be scared of this. So go to 0.156, and then that's a default value. The value, so we wanted to change that to maybe 1/8 of an inch size. Okay, 0.125. So, and then we go change, and then apply, close, and then close. So now the number is a little bit smaller, so it's more you can control it a little bit better. Okay, so let's see that here, so we can control it. And this, because the problem is that when we have a crowded area and you wanted to explain something and maybe somebody might interpret it incorrectly, that's why we design mechanical parts. You have to be very careful how to dimension. So if your dimensioning stands out, that people are reading your blueprints or your drawing, they can tell that you have knowledge of mechanical drawing, instead of saying that you did something but it doesn't make sense. Okay, it's not easy to read it. Okay, sorry that this is not really easy to place it anywhere else. I don't like it, but that's the way it is. Okay, so let's go to this one here and finish up this one because it's taking so much time. So I'm going to dimension from the center of this and then control the center of that one, and that's the one we need, and that should be and that is, no, we don't need it. Okay, we don't need that dimension. No, we don't need that. Okay, so cancel and delete that. Okay, maybe from the edge, dimension from this edge, control to the center of this cylinder, it should be 118, which is true. Okay. Then the radius here, we have the radius of this one is 18. Radius of this one should be 28. And then this radius should be 18. And then double click on here, the diameter should be 18. And then we have this thickness dimension here is 20, and then the dimension from here control to this line, oops, that was a bad one. Okay, let me just delete this one only. Okay, so I'm going to flip arrows. Okay, flip arrows there. Okay, so this is a good way of showing the radial dimensioning for both. Okay, and then from there, from the center to the base is 82. So we go from the center of this here, control to the base should be 82. And then 54 is from this line, and then control to this, to the base. Let me see, from there to the base is 54, correct? To the base is 54. Oh, okay, maybe, okay, let me see what I'm doing here. Sometimes
Yeah, I can just cut that.
Okay.
So you clicked this line
Okay,
instead
yeah.
of that line.
Yeah, I think it is slipped. Slipped. So let me just say, if I delete that, I think I got it. Okay, I got that, and then this, okay, and then control, and that should be 54, and then you can just flip this arrow. Okay, flip it, flip arrows. Okay, great. So let's move them a little bit to the cosmetics. Okay, so that's 54, and there we go. It looks good. And then we have a distance from the center to there is 52. Okay, 52 is from there and to control to this line, it should be 52. And then 80 also we want, let's just move this a little bit further down, and this is a little bit, you pick that, and then you want this to be there, and then the dimension from here control to this line here, and that should be 76, and then 10. So that means the distance from the center, this thickness I already gave, it was 20. I don't think it's a good idea because they already have 20, so I'm going to give the dimension for this one 10. Okay, 10. And then from this line, control to this line. Oops, I think I made a mistake here again. I picked the wrong. Okay, so let me see if I delete that. So 10 is from there to here, from this line to this line this is 10, right? So that means that is 10. So they'll bring it out here. So it's all right. So we're going to place that there, and then I'm going to just a little bit of moving this around. Okay. All right. So I think it looks good. Any other dimension that we are missing? So let me just move this down, or this should go 76. The small one goes first, then the next one. Okay, so then we have the thickness of this is 10. Okay, this is very important. So we wanted to go dimension from here, control, and that should be 10 also. Okay, any Okay, excellent. So now we have created the mechanical drawing, and then you put your name in here. So if you want to put a note, so you put a note in here, say drawn by, okay, drawn by, and then you put your name and last name. So we call this say drawn by Mohsen Zadi. Okay, all right. So, and then I'm going to a little bit adjust this. Okay, put in the middle. Okay, then we can just say this is note. This is chapter 6 to exercise 1, EX1. And then we have the if you have a titles, you can put a titles in here. Okay, you can put a title of this. Okay, so we're gonna put the title, and then we just put a title, say this is bracket, for example, bracket. All right, and then we put a date, or this is, for example, if this is the company's name and all that, we say this is ENGE 151 and Mesa College, just in case if somebody wants to see how this is done. Okay, and then if you want to put a date, I would just put a date somewhere here. So we say date that was created. Today is, for example, it's October 10 5. Okay, October 10/5 2017. Okay, beautiful. And if you want to put a scale, I mean, sometimes I've seen that the people say, what's the scale? The scale is always 1:1. Okay, so we're going to go back to here and say if you want to scale that, that's a standard. So we call it scale is 1 equals 1. Okay, that's a standard. So I think everything, it looks good. We have, if I wanted to create a print, if I want to go to print preview, so this is a print, and then I'll go to preview and look at this. That it looks nice. Look at that. That is your blueprint. Okay, that's your one, but it doesn't look like a blueprint. Okay, it is a blueprint, or this is a mechanical drawing with all the dimension given. So it may be a little bit, it's taking some time, but that is a good one. Okay, people can reproduce this. I think I'm done, but maybe one thing I'm missing a center line somewhere here, because we have the hidden line. So if I go back here, I'll go back to here. So it's supposed to be a center line. For some reason that hole, and then okay, yeah, now it popped up. Okay, so I want to give that center line, and we say apply. Okay, so I'm happy now. So because we put the center line for the hole, and this is a standard. So I'm done, and have a nice day, and I'll see you soon.